Hey there guys, Next Striker here back in for another video, and of course I had to talk about Daredevil because Daredevil is the greatest live-action superhero show ever. Season 1 simply blew me away. I had no expectations for the show. I didn't give a crap about Daredevil or any of the characters, any of that stuff, and when I watched it I was amazed. I was blown away, hooked the entire time, marathoning the crap out of that show. And now that season 2's here, I am equally amazed because thing is that I didn't really keep up with season 2. I didn't watch really any of the trailers, and I didn't really know much of anything until literally like a couple of days ago. So I'm pretty in the dark for the most part, and I gotta say, it is a really good show. Now, we're only going to be talking about the first 4 episodes because those are the only 4 I have watched thus far. It will contain spoilers. Probably. So, just watch these, or watch this review after you've watched the first 4. I think that's a good, fair chunk. I'm sure most of you have seen the first 4 at this point. And it's really hard for me not to just keep marathoning it, which is the best thing I can say for Daredevil. And the fact that it's just on Netflix it's such a good platform for it to be on. And I hope that Young Justice gets on here too, because Young Justice and Daredevil are completely different, but the point is that marathoning superhero shows that are really good is fun. It's fun. And no other superhero show can compare to Daredevil. It's just simply amazing. I love what they've done with the characters. I love superhero origins. Origin stories to me are always like the best thing about superheroes, at least for the movies, like what they do with the live action, usually, anyway. So I was kind of thinking, Season 1 was so good, there's no way they're going to top it. And so far, I don't know if they've topped it, but they've done such a good job distancing themselves from Season 1 with The Punisher. My God, The Punisher is just an awesome character. In the short amount of time that we've been introduced to him, he is just a boss. He is just so awesome. I love the Punisher. I love the dynamic with Daredevil and Punisher. I love the relationship that gets built. And yeah, I love what they've done with the Punisher. I hope he's in future episodes because, as you guys see throughout the 4 episodes, he starts off and he's just this ruthless killer. I'm like, oh man, there's this army after us. And of course, seeing that as like, well, it's just the Punisher, obviously. And it's like, oh no, he's just the Punisher. And yeah, the dude is just a one-man killing machine, and it's so awesome that he can, shoot out windows in a car with a sniper and do all that stuff and go toe-to-toe with Daredevil, which is a feat because the Daredevil is a really good, fist fighter, which we saw in Season 1. So, to be able to do that is pretty good. And, yeah, I loved his arc. I loved his backstory. I didn't know anything about the Punisher, so for me, this is like just an introduction to everything great about Marvel, and I love it. I love it so much. To me, honestly, Daredevil is the best thing that Marvel has going for it. Simply. I know some people say, well, the Avengers or Captain America or something like that. I'm like, no, Daredevil. Daredevil to me is the best thing Marvel has. Period. Not my favorite character. Favorite character is Spider-Man, but, Spider-Man is Sony. Now it's kind of a Sony Marvel thing, whatever. Daredevil is still the, excuse me, it's still the best, and I don't see them topping it. So, we'll see. But, yeah, I love how they're keeping with the tone. It still has its charm. I love the characters. Foggy, to me, has actually gotten better than he was in Season 1. But, he wasn't a bad character. It's just, I think I like him more. And this season, I love, what's her name? Karen? Yes, Karen. Yeah, I like her, and they're finally exploring the relationship with him, or Matt and Karen, and, I feel bad, though, because I feel like now that they're finally exploring their relationship, now Electra's in the show, and I'm like, no! Now we're gonna have a love triangle, and he's gonna end up falling for Electra, and then their relationship's gonna fall apart. Like, no, don't do that. But it's gonna be a well-written love triangle. If there is a love triangle, I don't know, because, I'm only on episode 4. But the fact that Electra's in the show is very exciting, and I can't wait to see what they do with her. They've redeemed the Punisher, they redeemed Daredevil, they redeemed the Kingpin. And the fact that the Kingpin is not in the show, and the show is still this good, is, amazing. Now, of course, the Kingpin, I don't even think he was in the show at this point in season 1. I think he was just name dropped, right? So we haven't seen the big villain in this season yet either, and I think it's the Hand. I think that's their names, right? So yeah, it's going to be Electra somehow wrapped up in this. The Punisher, I'm hoping, is going to come back. I mean, you can't... I mean, that torture scene with him, though. Oh, man. And he still came back. I love the Punisher. He's so awesome. I love his motivation, you know. His daughter got killed somehow, and now he's just a one-man army killing everybody that's evil. I love it. I love the Punisher. He's so awesome. And, you know, it's hard to argue against him, you know. I'm on Daredevil's side. I'm like, yeah, man, like, that's tough, man. That's like a hard moral line right there you're walking, you know. So, anything else? I like the law firm stuff. You know, they don't really do enough with the law firm, but it's kind of hard to balance it, honestly, because there's just so much going on in the show. But they do talk about it a lot and do a lot of stuff with it, so it's good, and I hope that they do get it out of the slums one day and finally actually do, you know, get some actual money. That would be great. But we'll see. You know, it's good to have the hero struggling. You know, it makes them more relatable, not just to be Richie Rich. So, anything else? Yeah, I'm loving Daredevil Season 2. I cannot wait to finish this season out. It has, I think, 13 episodes, same as Season 1. And tight story arc. I love it. I love how they do that. They don't stretch it out. They don't make it longer than necessary. It's just as long as it needs to be. I love the fight scenes. I didn't mention that. The fight scenes are really good. And I love the costume as well. I mean, I really like the all-black costume from Season 1. But, you know, the Daredevil costume, I really like it a lot too. So, it's really good. And this is Daredevil. This is simply Daredevil. And I'm glad that they've redeemed the character of Daredevil and made the Punisher now an extremely awesome character. So, hoping, fingers crossed, that Electra gets the same awesome treatment. So anyway, you guys tell me below what your thoughts are on Season 2 thus far. Any hopes, any expectations? We're only talking about episodes 1 through 4, so if you've seen more, just, you know, try and not include the spoilers in the comment section below. Will I be doing more of these? Probably not until I see the end, because work and all that other stuff I have to do, so I'm probably not going to do another video until I've seen the entire season, just so you guys know. But yeah, I look forward to talking about it again. Daredevil's awesome, and yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for now. Catch you guys later.